Is such a thing even possible?
My dear friends, you are now about to enter the nerve center to the entire Wonka factory. Ladies and gentlemen, the chocolate room. This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it.
Good morning, Starshines. Hello. Hello. Hello? It is me. It is I. I'm back. We're finally back. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Toot. Good morning, Mike. I almost forgot about my coffee. Good morning, Gardens. Morning, Lady K. I will get your wisdom cry on. Good morning, Collie. Hello, Moon. Good morning, good morning. Alright, let's get... Since Mike poured my coffee this morning, let's get his name over here on the mug. Mike. But good morning. It's Saturday. I missed last Saturday. And as we know, the Saturday before that had to be cut short. So I'm really, really hoping that today's stream is just a good, chill stream. Everybody knock wood. But yes, thank you for pouring my coffee this morning, Mike. And Lady K got us started with a... Lady K got us started with a Wisdom of Cryon. And yes, this is Minecraft music. That's why you know it. I'm listening to my, like, assorted gaming, anime, Star Wars, lo-fi for this stream. You're wondering where the meows were coming from? It's coming from the, it's coming from the music. Mike says, you're welcome, Pau is too busy eating her breakfast. Yes, I gave her an entire banana about 20 minutes ago. Let's see. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago, that little tiny white smudge under her front claw was an entire banana. So she's been very, very busy this morning. Yeah. there is no more banana. All right. But yes, I think the Wisdom of Cryon is an excellent way to get our chill, cozy Saturday morning going. And Toot redeemed a hydrate. I'm gonna do that right now. I've got my advanced GG going on here. The white gummy bear flavor. Very tasty. This is my go-to. This is my favorite. Because no citric acid. They put out a Sweethearts flavor for Valentine's Day. If you guys are interested, you can shop using my link or use the code COZY10 for 10% off at checkout as well on the advanced site. Banan was vanquished. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let's do a Wisdom of Cryon. Thank you for the code there, dude, for the advance. If you guys are interested, Wisdom of Cryon, the Angel Cryon, as channeled by Lee Carroll, has given their wisdom in a series of books which have been distilled into these oracle cards. And once again, giving the disclaimer that I do not in any way want to make fun of or judge anyone who uses oracle cards. I use tarot cards and oracle cards in my own practice. But you're never quite sure what you're going to get from the Angel Cryon. It could be really good advice or it could be unhinged. So we'll see how we're starting off our day. So I've been shuffling for the last little bit. I'm going to do 2 cuts as normal. Oh, this looks like it's going to be an unhinged one. Humans who are enlightened often see their own past as different, perhaps even foreign to their new life. You will look different, even to yourself. Okay, I kind of get it. I kind of get the message. I kind of understand the message. But the delivery is a little unhinged. Humans who are enlightened often see their own past as different, perhaps even foreign to their new life. You will look different, even to yourself. I mean, it is a good message about change and about being able to change who you are as a person. But I think there is a danger in seeing your past self as someone entirely different from yourself or entirely disconnected from yourself, because then you kind of run the risk of saying, oh, that was the old me. I don't have to learn anything from that person. I don't have to be careful of anything about that person. Makeovers with Cryon, yeah. So guys, I have, it fell. I cannot get it. Ooh. Okay, hang on. We're not actually going to break. I just realized that if I moved, I would be showing off a lot more of myself than I thought I was going to. Because what I was going to show you fell. Okay. This isn't saying that it's the enlightened folks who think like that. Just because past you is a bit of a stranger doesn't mean it's not you. Pow is straight up mean mugging you. Yeah, if you guys see Pow on the camera, she's staring out of her enclosure directly at Toot. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. So, ta-da! I wish to see the baby. I finished this morning. This is Baby Alien Baphomet. I had like 50. Hi, Jeej. Gigi's here to help. I had like 50 stitches left to go this morning. When I woke up. I was so tempted to stay up last night and finish them, but I knew I was already dealing with a migraine. It was time to love Gigi. I was already dealing with a migraine. It was time to go to bed. So I put it aside and I finished it this morning. And now Gigi's sitting on it. So it looks fantastic. But this means I only have one whip. I have a single cross-stitch project that I am working on. I have no knitting projects. I have no crochet projects. I have no writing projects. I have no art project. Like, yeah, Gigi is blessing it with his butt, aren't you, baby? I know. You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. If I can get more of Gigi's goodness in. It just shows more of his butt. Okay. Can I have it back now? I did have an accidental whip down. Because I... So first, this... Toot, if you're able to do the command for Hex, so this was an art collab. It will be coming to the shop. It will be coming to the shop, I think in March, possibly. Yes. But basically this is a piece of art that Hex did. She's a digital artist. She's fantastic. To put the link up in the chat. And I'm working on bringing 3 of her art pieces into cross stitch. This was the first one, so this was kind of like a trial. Not something I've ever done before. Not something that I had a lot of experience with. I did reach out to Pinky the Pink. You may know her as the designer behind the gorgeous Hannah Alexandra what is it? Art Nouveau Fancy Ladies. I did reach out to Pinky the Pink for a little bit of advice on how to do that, because that's what Pinky does. She takes art pieces and turns them into cross stitch at a smaller scale than full coverage. So yeah. But I'm so happy. And my idea was, because this, I could have made this quite a larger piece. But I wanted to make it something that was achievable, manageable, not bite-sized. Like, this is still 4,000 stitches, but it's still, this isn't a 400 by 300 stitch full coverage. It's a small piece. It's something that, like, feels doable, accomplishable. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. But yeah, so I finished that last night, and I had an accidental whip down a little while ago, and it is funny. So the only whip I currently have is Woodland Enchantress, which is a Dimensions Gold kit. Let's see how well I can kind of get this in frame while still getting Gigi's butt. So I think that'll work. Gigi, of course, is laying directly in front of my pattern, so we'll see how this goes. Garden's asked, no hoodie whips. Nope. I'm not currently stitching on anything on the hoodie either. I probably will. I have one, like, kind of in queue for that, so that will probably be my next, like, little start. But yeah, this is it. This is the only whip. It's a very strange feeling, and I've been whipping down at quite a voracious rate, honestly. trying to see my pattern here. Like, quite rapidly, really? To the point where it's almost felt like I'm not finishing stuff, if that makes sense. Like, you know, when you kind of get to a point on a project and it's almost done, it's almost done, it's almost done, and then it's done, and then you're like, okay, fine, I can go on to the next thing now. And you don't really take the time to kind of celebrate the finish. I felt that with all of my finishes lately, unfortunately. Moon says, it's the final whip down. Do-do-do-do. 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 Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm cracking up at the captions. But I don't know, like, it's not that I'm not excited about having finished stuff. It's that I don't know if they've really registered as being finished. Hey Mothling, welcome in, thanks for the lurk. So, I don't know. And it's been weird because a while ago, when I had 4 whips at the time. But I knew that I was about 6,000 stitches from finishing everything except Enchantress, because this is a Dimensions Gold kit. I still have like a good 25,000 stitches left on this. So I knew this wasn't going to be like an easy finish. So I pitched to Toot. I'm like, I'm thinking of doing a challenge for myself, but I'm not sure because I don't do well with challenges. I get stressed out by them. Whip Go, Stitchy games, stuff like that. They're fun for like a minute and then I just get stressed out. So I often talk myself out of things by talking about them to Toot. And not that Toot talks me out of them, I need to talk about them with something. With something. Someone, some cryptid. And then I realize that it's bad for me. But I pitched Toot the idea of doing a whip down. I would finish all of my outstanding whips except Enchantress, and then I would do a monogamous month on Enchantress. So it was going to be like monogamous March because I thought it would take me longer to get down to this few whips, but the first week of February, and I did it. So, and then doing like a monogamous month on Enchantress. And Toot was like, you won't survive. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's a great idea. I would just be miserable. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna work on my whips and whatever happens, happens. And then I finished one. I was like, okay, I can start something else. And I'm like, I don't really want to start anything else. I'll just keep working on my whips. Finished another one. I don't really want to start anything else. I'll just keep working. So I kind of accidentally did my own challenge, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys are fans of the Sister Wives reality TV show, Crashfire, but I kind of jokingly called this the Cody Brown Challenge. So I accidentally did my own Cody Brown challenge. But now I'm down to 1 whip, and GG is leaving me. No, you're not. Okay, you're just moving to be more in front of my pattern. Hey, Cassie, welcome in. I'm being griefed. I moved my pattern so I could see it, and now he's sitting in front of my pattern. Yeah, I know, there's squirrels outside and you want to go chase them, but Early's in the window. And you can't chase them because you would have to sit on Early. So you're gonna be a big, good loving boy. Okay. Did you see? Yeah, you want some head loves. I will appreciate his beauty, dang it. Yeah, I don't have any treats for you, though. I'm out of treats. I have to get more dusk treats. No Stitch, only Gigi. It's fine. Okay, we're curling up again. Cool. Cassie has a pup like that, Yorkie Palm, and is always in the way. Yeah, they just want love. They just want... Okay. They just want love, and whatever just distracted him. So, that's good. Oops. I can Stitch now. But that means that it probably is time for a new start, because I'm feeling like I want to do a new start, but again, I'm not really sure exactly what. Like, nothing is really, really pulling at me. You know that, that feeling of like, I need to start this right now. I haven't seen anything that's giving me that vibe. And while I still had stuff to work on, I was really feeling like I don't want to just start something for the sake of starting something. Mike says if this were a typical FlossTube video, it would be almost sacrilegious to have only a single whip. I know, right? That is the danger of being a FlossTuber, is you end up with way too many whips way too fast. So I'm probably not, I might start something else today, I might not. Like, that's the thing, I'm just not, And I haven't been working on the hoodie because that is more difficult on my fingers, and my body's been a bit achy from the weather. But I do owe Cross a Stitch. Because if you guys don't know, actually, why don't I turn that on? I'm gonna turn that on right now. So, let's see. Alright, I have turned on Pick My Tattoo. You may have to refresh if you don't see it, but if you'd like to pick a small motif, like 25 by 25, 30 by 30-ish cross-stitch motif to go on my hoodie sweater, you can redeem Pick My Tattoo. If you've already chosen one, you can absolutely do it again. So I know there's a couple people in chat who have. Kali did a little early, and Mike has a Quaker lady with a Stanley tumbler. Garden says, oh, that's what you mean by tattoo. Yes, that is what I mean by tattoo. So hang on a second. And yes, you guys are going to see my ridiculous striped socks. I don't care this time. I'm wearing knitted rainbow stripy socks because I can, and Focus Pocus jammies. So this is my tattoo hoodie. Just gonna give myself some space here. So this is the sleeve, and the reason I'm calling it a tattoo hoodie is because I'm filling up the sleeve like a tattoo sleeve. That's the thing. So I did one patch kind of on the shoulder, which was I Want to Believe from Stitch Sprout. And then I'm starting at the sleeve and I'm just filling it up with tattoos, with little motifs. So, let's see. The True Commander requested a Mr. Potato Head. Mike requested this. This was for Hailcat, the Mew. Gengar was for Cross. We've got a little spirit box from Toot. This is Kali's Early. She's so cute. But yeah, and then Moon actually stitched something on here for me. This is on the hood. Little protective hood. Yeah. So yeah, so if you would like to... Oh no, I have awakened something in Toot with the Stardew Lo-Fi. So if you would like to choose a, pick a tattoo for me. You don't have to provide the actual pattern. If you do, that's amazing. But if it's like this came from one of my own patterns, so Kali just said I want early from this pattern. I use perler bead patterns a lot. Like these were all perler beads. And then I designed this one. This is a Flossy Fox, the Shark Witch. The Flossy Fox. So yeah, the redeem is there if you would like to add a tattoo to my hoodie. I need to do a tiny, Tiny Frank, the voodoo doll, for cross. I'm sorry I triggered you with the Stardew Lo-Fi. Ross, hello, welcome in. Speak of the devil. So yes, Tiny Frank is just a tiny version of Cross's logo. That needs to go on the hoodie. And Quarter Stitch, hello! Good to see you. I have forgotten where I was. That's the other thing. This is not the greatest project for stitching on stream, because it is 20 count. It's tiny. It's 20 count. It's a lot of very similar shades. It's full coverage. And it's half cross, which I'm not. Well, this section is half cross. Gardens, thank you for picking my tattoo. Just you can let me know either here or on Discord what you'd like me to stitch. And like I can do half cross, I'm just not super used to it, so the muscle memory isn't there as well, and also the being able to read my stitching as well. A tiny Dumbo rat. Is that a species of rat I am unfamiliar with? Or do you mean a tiny Timothy? Speaking of species called Dumbo somethings, have you guys seen the Under the Sea collab coming out for the needlework market? Okay, alright, I'll look into that and I'll do a little tiny one on the sweater for that. Nice, thank you. Let me make a note. But Jen from the Stitch Crypt, you saw it? You saw the Jen from the Stitch Crypt released their collab piece, and it's a little tiny, like, neon Dumbo octopus. It's so cute. Purchase, yes, it's like the one thing I need. Yeah. Oh no. I got water on my notebook again. What's going on over here? What's dripping? What has leaked? Ah, I don't need more unexpected water during my Saturday morning streams. Condensation from a glass. Okay. So, gardens. Would like a Dumbo rat. No, it was condensation from a drink. We're fine. We're fine. Hey, Christina, welcome in. But yes, super cute. I don't know. It's gonna be a danger one. It's gonna be a danger one for sure. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm to here on the pattern. The good thing is I'm using a gridded fabric. This is a 20 count pre-grid from Zweigart, which is not the kit fabric. This is the Dimensions kit, and it came with a 16 count Dove Gray, which was not gridded. I would switch to a gridded fabric again for a kit if I were to ever do one again, which I don't think I'm ever likely to do. However, I would not change the count again. That was more of a headache than I was expecting it to be. Lady K says, I think you have met your surprise water quota for the year. I think we have. There are also some cool previews for the upcoming market by Boomerang Stitches. I haven't seen Boomerang Stitches yet. It all looks so good. It says the Starbucks employee pulled a crayon and wrote what I'm assuming is meant to be an encouraging message on my drink, but just feels vaguely ominous. It just says, "You can." Amazing. We shall all channel our inner crayon. I think that is the true lesson from the Angel Cryon, is to be encouraging in the most ominous way possible. Gardens is using a pre-gridded Zweigart 18 count right now. Yeah, I really like the Zweigart pre-grids. I've used the 16 before, and first I'm using the 20, which I really like. I really like 20 count Ada. I am a recent convert to linen, but I'm really liking 20 count Ada. It's giving me the small, what is the cute aggression that small fabric gives me, without the extra focus of even weave. You had to go to the other store where you got the fabric for your Psycho Skull Cross says. It's Zweigart. Okay, well, I mean, Zweigart is a brand of Ada, but if you're used to, like, DMC or Charles Craft or, like, Amazon brand, Zweigart is quite different feeling. Further, the thing I offer to do most is murder. But, like, guess I can do that now. These stabbies brought to you by Starbies. Try Starbies in your cup. Yeah, everything else you've used is DMC brand Ada, so stiff compared to Zweigart. Absolutely. The crunch factor is high. Gardens is just now getting used to 18 count. Are you usually a 14 count main, Gardens? Because that can be a big adjustment. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's also not what I wanted to do. Ah. Toot just appeared in my office doorway, and I was really worried that it was for Starbies Stabbies. Speaking of cute aggression... Oh no, now she's got a drill. Toot stitched onto 32 count sparkle fabric a little tiny Leshy sprite from Cult of the Lamb, and then put it inside a pendant. if your guys are not ready for the cute aggression, focus, focus. Thank you. Look how small this is. Like, that's the palm of my hand. It's so cute. It's so small. I can't get it to focus again. There we go. And this is a craft cabochon that we got from Amazon, for making snakeskin jewelry. So we've got a lot more of them. And to turn this one into a needle minder. Thank you. Oh, bye. It's so small. It's too tiny. Yeah. Toot brought it over because I mentioned cute aggression. Because yes, the cute aggression is too real with it. Garten says the light blue Zweigart you got from Z is so nice. Yeah, I really like Zweigart fabric. I have some of just the regular I'm just getting visited now. Cool. Ooh. Ian, come on. You can stay here, get some treats. Yeah. Yeah, you like pets? You don't like being on the TV so much? Okay. Goodbye, big baby. Yeah. She is camera shy. She's like everything shy. No longer small. She is growing quite rapidly. It's so funny. Her back legs are I feel like her back legs are growing faster than her front legs because she looks like she's just outrunning herself everywhere she goes. Cute aggression. We had little tiny Leshy, then we had little tiny Sam. Cross says, I don't think I could make a habit of that, but if there were an opportunity to make a Gengar that could become a keychain. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Disproportionate teenager stage? No, she's still baby. She's not a teenager yet. She just finished, like, I think she's actually still probably teething. She is a cutie baboot. Gigi's coming back. Someone will come get these treats on my desk, I'm sure. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Fabric counts, something. Garden says 7 is senior, so I'm guessing 2 to 4 is teenager, something like that. Like, I know that technically at like 6 months they're an adult. They're at least old enough to have kittens at that point. But she's only 4 months old at this point, I think. Lady K says, in absolutely no one's opinion is that adult. I know, right? There's a difference between being adult and being no longer baby. But this is a baby. This is a baby. This right here, he a baby. Yeah. This is a big baby. You want some treats, Gigi? You want some treats, Banks? Here you go. This is no longer a stitching stream. This is just a cat stream. Chunky chunky baby boy. Oh, Moon, I didn't realize that. Moon, of course, knows a lot about cats, cat physiology and psychology. And Moon says cats are odd because they reach sexual maturity before physical maturity. Interesting. I know that a lot of like very young cats can't have kittens. The vet believes that Early had kittens before she came to live with us. We adopted Early when she was about 2 years old, but we're not exactly sure. We do believe she did have kittens at some point in the past before she came to be with us. But she came to us spayed, so. Thanks, you got all the treats to yourself. Look at that. Treats for Binks. No more treats? You're just gonna leave like half-chewed... leave half-chewed, drooled on treats on Daddy's desk? What am I gonna do with these dorks? Absolute dorks. My stand a little bit. Well, that's gross. Let's see. Just push that to the side. I don't get that on my work. I put this shawl on my desk. I knitted this shawl, by the way, ages ago. It was a Lion Brand kit. I knitted that shawl and I put it, no. I put the shawl on my desk the other day for Early, and she absolutely loves it, so now I need to keep putting it back on my desk for her. Gigi did have a kitten. It's Sam, yeah. He is a single mom who works too hard. Lady K says, fun info, parents got Louis when he was just old enough to be done teething, so he had a shy, tiny boy with big feet and big teeth. Made him seem like a fuzzy ground shark when he would lay down and jump on grass. I can see that, that's adorable. I almost ticked off stitches that I haven't actually done yet. Go back and do those and stab myself in the finger. But yes, I do love that I switched to a gridded fabric for this. It's made it a lot easier to work on. I do have regrets about changing the fabric count because, as Moon pointed out, it does in fact have multiple numbers of strands. It's not like full coverage where you just do the same amount of strands for everything. So for example, thank you for the hydrate, Toot. I'll do that in a second. So for example, much of this background is supposed to be done with 3 strands. This darkest brown is supposed to be done with 5 strands. And then the full crosses are supposed to be done with 2 strands. But because I lowered the fabric count, I had to have everything, but like 5 doesn't go into... So these are 3 strands. Yeah, it was a lot more mental labor than I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. Alright, but we are done that color in this section. It's very exciting. So, you can kind of see it in the... Oh, you can't really see it in the little preview image. But I'm at the bottom corner of the piece. This is the bottom corner of the piece, And then this is the Enchantress. This is her dress here, and this is her staff, and then like her feet and the edge of her dress and everything like that. So I'm not working on her. I'm not doing the dress. I'm not doing the body, anything like that. Like I have started doing a little bit of the face and a little bit of the dress. Obviously, you can see here. So my plan at the moment is to keep working on filling in the background. So in this area, I actually just have a little bit left to do. So it's just here, and then here. And then this section will be finished, and I will move. There's like 3 more chunks of background to do. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. Garden says, interesting. I didn't know that happened on patterns. You've always done one kind of strand the whole project. Honestly, the only place I've seen it is in Dimensions kits. So I don't know how common it is outside of kits. But for Dimensions, it happens every project. But let's see, what is my next color? It is... Makes sense with their name, add dimensions to the project. I never thought about it that way. I also bobbinated, you guys will remember the giant twist of floss. I also bobbinated all of that and put it in a box, so it's, you know, not a nightmare now. There's still a lot of colors of floss. That's okay. Hey Gwen, welcome in. Good morning, good morning. And because it was all pre-cut lengths, because it was on the floss card, I use Moon's method of bobbinating, just kind of laying the end of one strand over the beginning of the next. We're good. We are good. I just got a text and that distracted because it popped up in the corner of my screen. But yeah, I bobbinated everything. So this is the this is the Dimensions color over here, and then this is the like equivalent DMC color. I don't know if I'll necessarily use these threads on a different project. I might keep them around for like lacing backs and stuff like that. Hellcat, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Are you off work today? I hope so. A gross day. Gardens needs to remind yourself not to hold your needles in your mouth. You have needle minders now? Yep. See, my problem is I have needle minders and then I still put my needle down on my desk. The worst. I'm working so hard on it. Gwen is tired, but you got out of bed before 11, so you'll take the win. Nice. Yes, thankfully back to your normal schedule, Sunday to Friday. Yay! That's good. I'm glad. So I on this piece I'm doing, you can kind of see. I snagged my floss in my clamp. My back. I'm doing a waist thread start because it is full coverage, and I was getting really frustrated with all the ends on my back. This has been working out pretty well. I don't do a waist knot because I'm not terribly worried about it coming undone. I'm never terribly worried about floss coming undone. I know I should probably be more worried about it, But when people are like, how many strands do you weave under? I'm like, 3. Even when I do a buried start, it's like, how many strands, how many stitches do you make sure your thread is captured by? It's like 1. I make sure it's 1, and then I just kind of stitch over the rest of it as it happens. If it doesn't happen, fine. This has been terrible stitching advice with your host, DH. Hellcat says, I just wish this weather would stop messing with your paycheck, but you'll get it figured out. I know you will. I have faith. And yes, we are doing well. So far, nothing has interrupted the stream, knock wood. Alright, so I just did my little waist start there. And then we're coming up here to start filling in some more browns. This is the sea of brown on the ground here. Doing these bushes in the back were so satisfying because, like, I'm gonna pull this off again. I know I keep stopping and starting, but okay, look at it from here. And like that's snowy ground with little bits of snow, and this is like a bush covered in snow, right? And it looks great. This looks like nothing. This close? This looks like fuzzy nothing. Far away? Looks amazing.
Good morning, starshine. The earth says
Granny, welcome in. Thanks so much for the follow. Hello, hello. I'm working on a Dimensions kit called Woodland Enchantress. I am working on everything but the Enchantress, so I am working on the Woodlands, I guess. And I know this doesn't really seem like my usual kind of project. Because it's not. But the overall picture, which you can see most of it in the sample image down in the corner, it reminds me very heavily of doing the wrong stitch in the wrong spot. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, here we go. Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Chronicles of Narnia or have really read it, but I have read it many, 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 many times. Cross stitch should not be viewed up close. It looks wonderful from here. Okay, good. Thank you. I know from up close, you see nothing but unevenness and fuzziness, and then from a distance, it's like, oh, that looks amazing. I found that with Baffy too, especially because Baffy is on 14 count. So the stitches themselves are larger. So while I'm stitching it, like, I definitely see like where I did kind of some looser crosses, or where you can kind of see the fabric poking through, especially the lightest greens. I can definitely, I don't want to point it out, I can definitely see the light purple fabric poking through in the lightest greens, but once you like hold it away, it looks amazing. But like, people would expect this to be the kind of thing I'm working on, not a Dimensions kit. But it reminds me of Chronicles of Narnia. There's a bit in line The Witch in the Wardrobe where Father Christmas is traveling across Narnia and spring is like happening in his wake. And then there's a bit in Prince Caspian where not Dionysus. Was it Dionysus? Who's the satyr who hangs out with Dionysus? Not Pan. Was it Pan? Anyways, a satyr. And a dude on a donkey. We're traveling across Narnia, like freeing the humans of their need to do human things. and kind of like spreading magic in their wake. And that's what this is. Like, you can see she's bringing spring to the forest. One half of the piece is spring, one half is winter, and she's like doing that transition. And that's what I thought of immediately was Chronicles of Narnia and those two kind of like moments in the books. But I don't think I will do necessarily another Dimensions kit. There is another project that I am considering that is very similar. Who am I kidding? I'm going to be doing it. It's a very similar vibe. But I'll be sourcing all the threads in the fabric myself. Actually, we're gonna go for an ad break in a little bit. When we come back from the ad break, why don't we talk about my options for new starts? Because like I said, I'm down to 1 whip. So I am gonna be starting something new, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I'm still in that place where I don't really want to start something new just for the sake of starting something new, but I also want to start something new because I'm starting to feel like I want to do that. Mike says, Mike says, impossible to pronounce words. As a designer, do you feel any pressure to maintain a consistent vibe? In my own designs, yes. It was very difficult for me to kind of branch out of what I thought was my niche. I've done it a few times. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But there is definitely not even so much a pressure from your audience, but an inward pressure to stick to one style. Especially if you become known for that style. Because you feel like if you change it, then people aren't going to like your stuff anymore, or they're going to stop following you, or they're going to think some way about you. So there definitely is pressure there. But the good thing is, designers talk. We talk to each other. There's a pretty healthy community of us. And when we experience those shoulds, the feelings of I should do this, I should do that, usually one of us has also experienced that. And so we kind of talk each other through it, which has been very, very lovely. Julie, welcome in. Good morning. It's kind of funny actually because I was talking to Tracy Richards of wrought iron stitching, and I love Tracy. I can't remember the I think it might be wrought is her command. But we both participated in designing for a salve for just cross stitch. So she messaged me the other day and she was like, okay, I have to know which part of the salve you designed. Like because there were 12 of us and we did 4 each, so that's 48. Thank you, there we go. Yeah, 48 small motifs in the salve basically, and we all did 4. So she's like, okay, which 4 did you do? I was like, all right, but I want you to guess and then I'll guess for you. So that was fun. That was really nice, like trying to see if we knew each other's vibes well enough. Because I mean, Toot can't guess because Toot saw me designing them. My mom got one right out of like 16 guesses. Tracy went 0 for 8, unfortunately. So I don't know if like my design style is just all over the place, or I'm just not asking the right people. But it is time for our break. I went 3 and 4 for her, by the way. Which I found so funny. I'm like, okay, good. Now I'm your biggest fan. But yeah, speaking of like having consistent style and a vibe. By the way, the Peter Rabbit Needleminder is cute. It is cute, isn't it? This is actually a button. It's a fabric covered button that Toot Toot gave to me. And I turned it into a Needleminder because it's really precious, and I have a very big soft spot in my heart for Beatrix Potter. Do I have a link to the SAL? No. It is published in, the first section was published in the spring issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. So you'd either have to pick up a physical copy, get a digital copy from your library, or go to the Just Cross Stitch website and pick it up there. But it's break time. I'm going to put up the break screen. I am going to send us off for 3 minutes of ads. You're not going to miss anything. Yeah, we will be back in 3 minutes. Go grab a drink, snack, whatever you got to do. I'll see you guys back here soon. Okay, bye-bye. Welcome back, friends. Hello, hello. Sorry, I was gone for a little bit longer there. I had to top up my coffee. Ta-da! We ordered Starbies yesterday, and my eyes were bigger than my stomach. So I had too many drinks. So I put a couple in the fridge. So this morning I had a white peppermint mocha, and this is a gingerbread latte with my absolute favorite Starbucks hack that Toot taught me, which is instead of milk, get vanilla cream, vanilla sweet cream. So good in everything, just everything. Especially in the pumpkin spice latte. Oh my god, it's amazing. So yeah. Gingerbread latte. We are restocked. But yes, the Sal that I was talking about before break, Just Cross Stitch magazine in their spring issue, which just came out. I know Tracy has a physical copy of it. I don't know how readily available they are. But it's called the Tapestry of 12 because it's 12 different designers, and we each did a 25 by 25 square. We did 4 of those, and then the editor kind of arranged the motifs, and then they're in like a rainbow gradient. Very pretty, very fun. So yeah, that was really cool because the editor reached out to me to be part of that. I didn't apply to be part of it, so that was a really cool yeah moment. So, and the first part is out in the spring issue, and so it'll be out in 4 parts throughout the course of the year. Mike got their physical copy of Just Cross Stitch Spring Edition in the mail this week, but it's not yet at the local needlework shop. That tracks. Yeah. Julie just finished a meetup with some people and is walking back to their flat now. Oh, well, hello. I'm glad I'm in your ear. Oof. That's slightly worrisome. At least it was outside. He's just trying to live. But yeah, what I was gonna say. One whip. New start. Possibly? Question mark? So I keep kind of like a short list of potential new starts. Yeah, 2026 potential plans. I just use a Google Photos album, and then each photo I put any details in it, like what fabric I'm going to use, how big it is, that kind of thing. So these are my these are the things that I want to start soon. I have a whole other album that's queue, that's stuff that I want to start eventually. So this guy is not getting started right away. He's just off the table, because as you can see, he's quite a large piece. So this is going to be after I finish Enchantress, which if I stay on track should be in July, June or July. So yay. But you can see kind of same vibes as Enchantress. So I'm not starting him yet. He's going to be in July. But the rest of them, it's I could possibly potentially start it. This one is a paper pattern that I have. I'm doing a color conversion. Arrows. Curly's here. I'm doing a color conversion on it because I zoom in. Zoom. No, I can't zoom. Oops. I'm doing a color conversion just because it's a little bit flat. A little bit. It's a little bit samey. So gardens, I don't know if I can tell you. I have to check in with the editor before I can say, I talked to Tracy because Tracy's another designer in the Sal. I don't know if we're allowed to tell people who did what. So unfortunately I can't let you know. But I am going to check in with the editor and see if we're allowed to share that information. But yeah, for this one, I'm going to add a couple of fancy flosses, a couple of more greens. Like some of these browns are going to be more like a brownie green. Brighten up the house a little bit. And then of course, edit so it says it has an A here in this little sign. And then the name Ben, and then the 2004, which tells you when this was signed. So those details I have to like change up a little bit. It is a pretty style though. It is gardens. I was very tempted. I was very tempted when it came out to do it myself. Honestly, and then this one is from Meg's book, the Witchy Stitcher book. And I all this black is going to be fancy floss in a color called Potions. So that would be fun, but this would be like it's big blocks of stitching. Like it's I don't want to say it's a boring stitch, but it's a boring stitch, you know what I mean? And I'm not really in the mood for that kind of fill. I think this would be like something that I would have going on while I have a bunch of other stuff going on. And I just need something really easy to do. This one, I love this pattern. This is an owl forest embroidery. I don't know if I have fabric for it though. And it's quite large. So I don't know if I want to start a really big thing right now, but it's going to happen at some point. Honestly, the ones that I'm like kind of leaning towards, this one is really pretty. It's also very large. It's 10,000 stitches. Buena Piezza. But it would be a lot of fun because it's like all these little tiny motifs. I think that would be a lot of fun. So the two that I'm leaning towards starting like now are either Pumpkin Farm Blackbird Designs with my color conversion, or these two. Do it on the 18 count black. I was thinking of doing it on the 18 count black. I think it would look really good on the 18 count black. It won't, the Una Buena Piezza on the 18 count black would look really good. It won't match the one that you did, but I think that's okay. If I was doing like Night Garden or something, I would do it on the 14 count, but yeah, honestly, the two that I'm kind of flipping between are these two. Not between. I would do these as one set, like two separate pieces, but one, I would do them both at the same time as the same project. It's Sailor Mars and Sailor Mars's transformation wand. Who says I just want to get rid of the 18 count black? Yeah, I feel you there. These are really pretty. Hellcat says yes, I love that. Was that for the... It was for these two? Yeah. I love these. And I'm feeling like I want to do a fandom stitch. I haven't done a fandom stitch in a really long time. And these have been in my queue for a really, really long time. This designer does some other like Cardcaptor Sakura and I think another series that I'm just not familiar with. But she has one of the dresses from Cardcaptor Sakura, which I want to do as well, and put it with my Clow cards and my Sealing Wand, which I have on my wall. Some people may not know the deep DH lore that I was an anime nerd as a teenager and into college. Moon giving me the eyes. But Magical Girls especially. The one that I haven't been able to find a cross-stitch pattern of is Magic Night Ray Earth, which is a Magical Girl series by Clamp. And Clamp is the same design studio that did Cardcaptor Sakura. But Magic Night Ray Earth is like much less well known. But again, it was one of those like really formative pieces of literature to me as a young person. to this day, myself and my best friend, if you were to say to one of us, it's a line, the other person will say it's clearly a line, as a reference to a single panel in a single volume of Magic Knight Rare. So yeah, so I might do these two, and I think these would be really sweet. The thing is, it's got all of this really detailed backstitching that goes into the middle of stitches. So I'm wondering if I have even weave that I could do it on, because that would make the backstitching a lot easier. Otherwise, I'd probably do it on like an 18 count pink. The other possibility is I don't know if I have enough of the Charles Craft, like, printed Ada. I don't know. I think, talking about it, I feel like these two are gonna happen soon. I would have to pick up the patterns, but they're not very expensive. And I would use fabric that we have in stash. But those are really pretty. So yeah, this is my short list. The Devil, of course, is from the Nostalgic Tarot by the Witchy Stitcher. This was the final card that was released. I love it. There are many of those that I want to stitch. I did at one point stitch the Lovers, but that finish has disappeared. I don't know where it is. I feel like it may have gotten lost in the move or something. I may have just tossed it at a terrible point in my life. But yeah, so I don't know where that is, but I want to redo it on 18 count anyways, because I did it on 14 count originally. I think 18 count would look amazing. Toot's favorite magical girl is Moon. Moon is also my favorite magical girl. Let's be real honest here. But yeah. I think I've talked myself into doing the Sailor Moon pieces. The Sailor Mars pieces. They're not very large. I didn't put any information in here, but I was looking at them last night. This one's like 35 by 75 stitches or something like that. Folded under no pressure. Listen, I like talking stuff out with you guys. What can I say? I like talking stuff out with you guys. So my potentials. I brought up the fabric too. We're gonna talk about fabric. Because we can. I have a lot of like 14 count pastels that would work. I have a 16 count crystal that might work. I don't know if I have enough for both pieces though. It's the thing. Not crystal, iridescent. So this is what I was thinking. This is the Charles Craft Sunset. It would be more difficult to do the backstitch, but I think it would look really pretty. Because I don't think I have any even weave that would work. Like, I really don't think I don't have any linen or even weave, like, and I don't think I would want to do even weave. And the nice thing about this is if I don't have enough to do both pieces, I got it at Michael's. Gwen says I successfully did 2 chores I've been putting off for weeks. Let's go! Big hypes, and like genuinely big hypes. I know that is so difficult. I know it is so difficult. And I'm really proud of you for getting it done. just pulling up pretty fabric now. What about the sparkle gray or the sparkle purple? Maybe. They might be too... I was gonna say they might be too dark. We're just looking at a bunch of fabric now. You missed show and tell. I am probably starting, let me go back to my working window here. These two. So this and this as a set. So whatever fabric I pick, I want to make sure I have enough for both of them. Do them on the same fabric. And then I would probably frame them both in like an oval hoop. So I've got, this is just a plain pink 18 count. We've got this light blue sporkle, dark gray sporkle, just so pretty, purple sparkle, welcome back, Jilly. Hello, hello. Is a picture this plus Crystal Da Vinci. Da Vinci. The light blue sparkle is the petrol? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was just for the cryptids, but you're right. And then, yeah, so this is the sunset. This is how much I have of it. Look, we got this a little bit. I might be able to get both pieces out of this. And then there's this one, which is a little, this is pretty plain. This is just, but this is a 20 count. So they would be so small and dainty, but at the same time, I would go insane doing the backstitch, trying to go through the center of one of these squares of Ada. Come on, focus. Trying to get a strand of floss through the center of that. It would be small. If I would use this if the backstitch did not go through the center. Sorry, Toot, I don't have access to my keyboard right now, but yes, go ahead. Count. This all goes back into my bin. These are 16 counts. My bin is arranged by count, which is why I'm quietly talking to myself. Although this is a possibility too. This 16 count sporkle. Get out of here, plain pink. This is a possibility as well. It's just a plain white sporkle. I don't know. And again, I would have enough for both. I've been struggling to find a project for this one. Because most things that I would want to have like a sparkle to them, I would either want on a darker fabric or on a fancier fabric. And most things I would want plain white on, I wouldn't want a sparkle fabric. So I'm gonna put the 20 count away. I'm saving, I should not be hoarding this 20 count the way that I am. But I really am. Like, I want to find the perfect project for it, which I can get 20 count Ada anytime I want. I can. It's allowed. Alright, I didn't mean for this to be like the last half hour, an entire half hour stream, but... So yeah, maybe starting a Sailor Mars on one of these. Gwen is adding white sparkle to your vote. Yeah. It's sparkle. Okay. Setting to the east to the side. This is a cross-stitch stream, I promise. Do this. You got this, Cross! More chores! Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Because I'm gonna bring up the patterns again. And I know part of it is that both of these are just on plain white. So I kind of got that idea in my head that they're supposed to be stitched on white. But I also think they look good just on the white. And I think even this white stitching in the middle would be really crispy because it wouldn't be sparkly. I think if there were like individual stitches of white on the white sparkle, that wouldn't show up as well, but this chunk of white with the backstitch outlining would look good. Yeah. One sec, I'm gonna... Oh, now that I can get to my keyboard. Look crispy. Right. So this is the shop that I'm looking at, by the way. If you guys are interested. Lots of other magical girl stuff, lots of other anime stuff. I don't know them personally. I haven't stitched any of their stuff yet. I really love their aesthetic and their designs. What was I doing? I have no memory of this place. Okay, here we go. I find a lot with this piece as well. I get very lost if I look away from it, which is another reason that it doesn't make a great... I feel like I just haven't had a knot. Yes, it doesn't make a great stream piece because I look away from my piece a lot during stream. To be real fair, if I had been smart, I would have saved Baffy to finish up today on stream because it was just filling in. But I didn't. I wanted to get him done, so I did. Moon needs to use the bathroom, but you have the Yuna on your lap. Yep. Too bad. Cat Law says you must suffer. Arsh. There is a little bit more white in this section, so I'm gonna have to do some white on white stitching. I will probably do that after stream and just get it over with. But I'm so close to filling this section in. Sam is having the loudest crazy with the sticker pack she gave her last night. Oh no. Sam is a very easy to entertain cat. One of her favorite toys is the bands from Floss. Moon says I like seeing Enchantress, but I totally know what you mean for stitching on stream. Yeah, like, stitching on stream is a different experience than just stitching for stitching. For sure. I also tend to get lost because I don't tick off what I've done as often as I should. So then, somewhere in the process between looking at my pattern and looking at my fabric and looking at chat, I get lost. So, this is a Dimensions Gold kit. So it came with the paper pattern, as all kits do. It came with the paper pattern, as all kits do. But if you guys didn't know, if you have ever stitched a Dimensions kit, if you purchase a Dimensions kit, you can actually contact the company, and they will send you a PDF of the pattern. You just have to prove that you own the kit, so like you have to spread out all the pieces and take a picture of it and that kind of thing, and they ask you for the number that's on the kit. But they'll send you a PDF. So the PDF goes into Pattern Keeper, not perfectly. You can't search for symbols, but it goes into Pattern Keeper well enough. You might be able to get it to index and markup, I'm not sure. I have no experience with that. Yes, Jilly, you can. So it's Simplicity Sewing is the company that owns Dimensions. So if you go to their website, they have like a contact us customer service option with a little form, and you just have to request a replacement part and then say, hello, please send me PDF, and then they'll email you and that kind of thing. So yeah, pro tip. You do not have to suffer without a PDF. Good. Yeah, so yeah, just go to the website, go to the contact us, request a replacement part. You are so welcome. I'm so glad that I try to bring it up every time I work on this piece because I know not everyone knows that. Because they don't advertise it, which is silly, like... Thanks, Mike. I probably will start those Sailor Mars pieces, but again, I don't know if I'm going to start them today. I haven't stitched on Enchantress very much because I've been so focused on finishing my whips. So I think I'd like to spend a little bit of time with her. Get this bottom section done, figure out where I want to go next. I don't want to take her out of the frame to show you guys because that would be a lot. But basically what I have now is I have this section done. This other side is done completely up to about the same level. So I've got to do the top block here, the middle block, and then like a little bit, like just a little bit of connecting there. So there's basically 3 areas I could move to. So I just have to decide where I want to go. Because like up here is going to be a lot of white and blue. Over here is a lot of blue and brown. So it's like, what do I want with my blue? It's gonna be a lot of blue. Welcome in, Argyle. Thank you for the breathe and stretch, Moon. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, you guys, everybody do a breathe and stretch with us. when you do a breathe, my method is I do a very slow breathe in for 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and breathe out for 3 seconds. And that just kind of regulates and gets everything going. So if you guys want to do one with me, I'm just going to do a very in, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. See? And that just kind of helps reset. Do that a few times, and then of course do your finger stretches and your shoulder stretches. Alright. Got my fingers all limbered up there. Just waking up, Argyle? Yeah. I woke up this morning and I went, I'm awake! That feeling has not lasted. I am on coffee number 2, however they're both decaf, so yep. I need to finish off my focus. Moon says also me. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I'm awake. The weather here has been, let's be super Canadian and talk about the weather like we really mean it. But I mean, everyone on kind of the east coast, the east half of North America right now is feeling the weather. So I was very migraine-y yesterday. I am slightly headachy today, but not yet migraine-y. So fingers crossed, knock wood, that is not going to develop into a full-blown migraine. I was concerned last night that I was going to have to cancel stream this morning if I woke up still feeling not myself. But luckily so far feeling good. I'm also really proud of myself. So I have ADHD. It's not a super joke. It really does impact my ability to take care of myself, take care of the house, take care of Toot. And it is quite a struggle sometimes. And there's a lot of shoulds with it. Like, I shouldn't be struggling with this. I shouldn't be, you know, having to remind myself to do this like I'm a toddler. I shouldn't be. So when I do achieve something that I've been struggling with, it doesn't feel like an achievement because I should be able to do it easily. So I'm really working on actually being proud of myself for achieving stuff that is difficult. Quarters Dish, you are so welcome. Go have breakfast, enjoy. Argyle took a late nap, and then you were watching the parade of athletes. Oof. That's a lot of fun, but that's a long fun. So I am trying to be better about letting myself celebrate, because part of my brain is like, you mopped the floor the day you were supposed to. Do you want a cookie? And it's like, yes, I do want a cookie, because that's hard for me. So, we have our list of weekly chores, tasks, whatever you want to call them. I hate calling them chores because that feels like I'm a child. Like, they're household tasks that I have to do because I'm an adult and I live in this house. Like, that's what they are. But anyways, so our list this week, we had everything, we kind of scheduled out like, okay, I'm going to do this day, I'm going to do this day. And then Saturday, today, my list was to mop the bathroom and sweep and mop my office. And then catch up on whatever I didn't get done from the rest of the week. Sounds like a pretty good day. Like, yay, I have a catch-up day, that kind of thing. I don't have anything to catch up on. I finished everything else. Yay. Like, the fact that I don't have anything to catch up on feels incredible. There's still stuff I can do. Like, there's extra cleaning, extra tidying, extra house projects, especially in the kitchen, that I want to get done. But, like, I can do those things because I'm not scrambling to catch up from the rest of the week, because I'm caught up. And I already did the floors this morning, so I'm done those. I'm very proud of myself this week. Thank you guys, you're awesome. Billy says you deserve to feel proud. And Gwen says celebrating achievements that don't feel like achievements certainly looks itself from 20 minutes ago. Exactly, Gwen. Like, we're so hard on ourselves for no reason. Hell yeah, we want a cookie, and we deserve a cookie. I did really good this week. I got my snake innings done. All of our kids are good. Got my litter boxes done. Yeah. I've got, there's some, like, which is nice because this afternoon, if I am able to stay on my feet, I'm able to get that extra, like, rearranging the kitchen so it works better for us kind of stuff done. Is there anything Toot's struggling with that I can finally help them with? Because I'm not struggling to do stuff that I should have done that I was scheduled to do on Wednesday. Shoulds. But yeah. Happies, happies, happies. Yeah, I can have a little stitchy afternoon, but at the same time, like, right now I'm feeling good and, like, I want to do those extra things, and, like, but I also feel like if I just was like, okay, you know what, I had a really good week, but I just need a break, I would feel okay taking a break. I would feel okay just taking that time and just stitching, playing games, whatever. Although, if I did manage to get Toot to start a new Stardew file, I might start a new Pokemon file. I'm considering doing Arceus again, because I really, really enjoy it, and then just making Toot do that boss fight that I couldn't get past. At the same time, I might just do Violet, because that also looks really good. Moon says take easy, also important. Exactly. Fall back. And sometimes take easy is cleaning, and sometimes take easy is, you know what? That's fine for today. It's restful. Toot doing moon math. Thank you for the hydrate, Argyle. Shake this up a little bit. The latest drop in the shop is a piece called Rest is Productive. And it's got a person sleeping, but it's surrounded by several things. And one of the things is a switch and some knitting needles and yarn and a nice beverage, because rest doesn't look the same for everyone. Rest could be sleeping. Rest could be doing a hobby making time to do a hobby that you don't usually get to do. Rest should be restorative. And it doesn't look the same for everyone. But yeah, I'm really glad I was able to bring that piece to you guys. had initially designed it for a collaboration in a magazine a couple years ago now at this point, but my exclusivity period with that ran out, so I was able to publish it on my own. My exclusivity period with Just Cross Stitch is only 3 months. So you will start seeing the pieces that I designed for them come out in the retail shop as well as in print. But I probably won't do them as early as 3 months, just because of the seasonal nature of my business as well as theirs. Like, it doesn't really make sense to release a Christmas ornament now. That is not too long a wait period for you to be able to release things. No, it's really not, which is really nice. But yeah, the next design window for the... God, which issue are we? We're on the Christmas ornament issue again. I already submitted my designs, but the window of like when we'll hear back is beginning of March, so it's like, why? I must wait for so long. I must wait for so long. Like I said, I noticed that the Christmas tree with the house from Just Crossed It showed up on your ICG page. Yep, exactly. So I will be bringing that to the retail store as well, just closer to Christmas. To the digital retail store, I should say. So like Etsy and Coffee. I missed. With the lore, I have missed one. You can see I'm slowly moving over here, filling in. So her dress goes, and like the edges of her dress kind of fade into the background, so it's not going to be super clean, as super clean as it is here, but her dress kind of goes like this. So you can see like I'm really just filling in this little stretch here. So I'll probably, I kind of want to finish this today, so I can move the frame, and I'll definitely post a progress picture in the Discord for you guys. And there's the bot right there with the rest is productive. But yeah, I'll definitely post a progress pic of this guy in the Discord for you guys when I do move the frame, because it's been very very satisfying filling this in. Let's see. I can't type the word Discord. Okay, there we go. It has been super satisfying filling this in this way. So I'm really I'm enjoying the process. A couple of events coming up that you guys should be aware of, and I will be of course posting about this in our Discord and other people's Discords, because we have a couple of special streams coming up. This Sunday, no, that's a lie, not tomorrow. This Tuesday, the 10th, from 5 to 8, our good friend Cross has his Teeny Tuesdays, which is when he stitches one of my minis from the Patreon membership. And I'm going to be joining him this Tuesday. So we're going to be doing a co-stream. I'll be streaming, he'll be streaming, we'll have a shared chat, and we'll be just chatting. John, I will probably end up talking quite a lot about design, so if you guys have any questions about stitching, about designing, about newbies, being a newbie stitcher, anything like that. And yeah, you can come hang out, ask questions, just enjoy the vibes. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be Tuesday the 10th at starting at 5 p.m. on both my channel and Cross's channel. And then Toot, if you want to get another shout out fired up, the following Sunday, not that Sunday, but the next Sunday, February 22nd, I will be doing the same thing with Moonphased. So me and Moon, we will be chatting it up while stitching. It will be a lovely, lovely evening. It'll be Sunday evening, 7 p.m. So yeah, I love doing those co-streams, and I think my friends do as well, and I need to be more proactive about asking to do them because they're fun. I really love doing them. Just a parade for cross-stitch besties. Exactly, yeah. And then the following week, Toot and I will be stitching on camera together. No, that's not going to happen. I don't think I will ever, you will ever see a Toot cam stitch with me. That's okay. Imagine you join me for a Played Up stream. That would be fun. Played Up or Phasmo, and just I'm the only one mic'd. Although I do join you for Phasmo, so on stream. Whoop. Other than an occasional cameo role. We love Toot cameos. Toot says you would not have fun doing Played Up. I feel like it would be a very Gordon Ramsay experience. We would have an amazing restaurant. Aww. Elves and Toot Moon. We definitely need to do them more frequently. Because I think our communities like them as well. Especially now that we can do the shared chat. That makes things a lot easier than telling people to go over here, go over there. Ooh, I'm almost finished this color. Exciting. And the shared streams, I do go a little bit longer. Like, I'm about to wrap up here, because it's been 2 hours. So the shared streams will be 3 hours, which I'm not always able to do on a regular basis. But I really enjoy doing them on a special occasion. But yeah. So I am going to wrap up here in a second. I just wanted to say another thank you to Organic Granny for the follow. We had a bunch of offline follows, so if you followed while I was offline and you're lurking, hello, I love you. We're doing so well. And yeah, so those are the special events. Otherwise, schedule is going to be pretty much as usual. Toot is back tomorrow morning for Ghost Church. 10 a.m. I was about to say 7 a.m. That is not when Ghost Church is. 10 a.m. Let me do a shout out because Toot cannot shout out themselves. And then Toot will be back again Monday morning with Faz, and I will be back Monday afternoon with co-working. That is the plan. And if anything is to change, the Discord is the best place for you guys to get those announcements firsthand. Mainly because I'm terrible at remembering to put them out anywhere else. So, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm dropping the stitching. I'm dropping the needle. And Mike asks over on YouTube, will the collab streams be streamed via YouTube too? I will be dual streaming on YouTube. I cannot speak for the others. But, alright. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was really fun. Thank you, Toot, for bringing down Widow Weshi so I could show everybody. Thank you for indulging my rambling about possible designs and showing you guys fabric for half an hour. So yeah, so join the Discord. If you want to join the community, we have a fantastic group of people over there just hanging out, chill. You get a little bit of daily sunshine from Toot every day, reminder for self-care. Yeah, you'll get all the announcements when they come up. Check out the shops. New pattern just came out. Rest is productive. And if you are a Patreon, you'll be getting your monthly exclusive tomorrow. Tomorrow, Patreon members, tier 2 and 3 will be getting their monthly exclusive. It'll drop in your inbox, I think, around 11 o'clock. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. And that is, of course, the incredible cursed Quaker that cross. There's so many hard K sounds. The cozy cursed Quaker that cross stitched up for me. There we go. So yeah, so that pattern is coming out tomorrow on the Patreon. I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on it. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah. Alright. So thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been such a lovely stream. Just gonna take a little sip of my coffee here. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Let me find someone to raid out to, so I'm gonna just pop up the raid message. If you are subbed, please copy the first message. If you are not subbed, copy the second message. And yeah, let's find someone to raid to. Who's online? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's pitching. Gonna find us a new friend. Oh, we're gonna go chill. We're gonna rest a little, relax a little. We're gonna go hang out with the ducks. Oh, I don't see anybody right now, but that's fine. We're gonna go hang out here. Alright, my friends. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you in the Discord server. I'll see you in the coffee shop. I will see you in Gigi's handsome man bunker. But most importantly, my friends, I will see you in my heart. Alright. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.